Hey guys, welcome to my messy hair in my kitchen. So I have done a video on how to download MyFitnessPal and how to basically customize the app for your goals, your calories, your macro. And today I'm going to take you through what it looks like in my everyday in terms of how to use MyFitnessPal and also how to track and log my food and how I weigh my food. So yeah, I hope this is helpful for my clients and for anyone out there that just has no clue what they're doing. We've all been there. So yeah, come along and let's start tracking. So first thing you will need is some food scales. So these are from, I think, Tesco's for like 10 quid. So everything that I do, I basically weigh on here to make sure that I am logging my food correctly. So this morning I have a bit of time because it's my day off, it's my rest day. So I'm gonna do poached eggs on toast. So I've got my butter. I think people always miss out cooking oils, butters, or sauces. So really important that we are accurate with how much we use. So I've got butter, eggs, and my bread. And I will also be making a protein shake just to boost my protein. My muscles are quite sore today. So now that I have all my ingredients out and ready, I will open up my MyFitnessPal app, click on the blue plus down the bottom and go to food. And I'm gonna add the ingredients for my meal one. So you can use the barcode in the top right corner to scan your items. So I'm gonna scan my butter, scan my bread as well. So this is a really handy tool to use, and just adjust your servings that you're having whilst you're eating. And then the last thing I'll scan is my eggs. So I'm gonna have 2 eggs today and add that in, and that will give me my calories so far for that. So next thing you need to do is have your scales ready and just make sure that it's set to grams. So this is how I weigh out my butters. So I just pop the whole butter on there, and obviously it gives me a gram total. And then I just go until I hit 10 grams, and then I just pop that on the toast. Now, I'm sure there's other ways that you can probably weigh out your butter than what I'm doing, but I do find this the easiest way. So say there's 525 grams, I'm gonna aim to get the pot down to 515, knowing that I've had 10 grams. All right, next is the protein shake. So I fill up the protein shake with water and pop it on the scales and make sure it's on 0. And then I just use my scooper and I'll just weigh out the amount of protein that's in that scoop basically. So it should be around 45 grams. Awesome, so 43 grams, and that's exactly what I would put into MyFitnessPal. So once you've put all your breakfast in, you can actually see where your macronutrients are for the day. So your carbohydrates, your fats, and your proteins. And this is really good just for checking where you are. So don't forget any sauces that you put on top. So the way that I do my sauces is that I'll put my food that's ready to go on the scales and set the scales to 0. And then from there, you can change the unit, as well to milliliters, just so it's more accurate. And then from there, I just literally pour on the amount of sauce that I want. So I usually do about 15 to 25 mils. And then I know that I'm tracking the exact amount that I'm eating. As you can see, it's fairly easy. I give myself an extra 1 to 5 minutes to track everything. If I'm cooking, like with my breakfast, I'll make sure that I just allow a bit more time. So if you're a beginner, it is going to take a little bit of time to get used to, but in all honesty, tracking does not take that long. It's not that tedious. Like, you put your stuff on your scales, you weigh it out, and it's fine. So I highly recommend weighing and tracking everything that you eat for 6 weeks if you can. That just gives you an idea of how much you're actually eating. Are you getting your protein, your carbs, and your fats in? And then after that, I don't track every day year round. I take breaks, I eyeball food. If I'm on holiday, I'm not going to track my food. But I also know when I get back off holiday, if I've gained an extra 3 kgs, I know exactly what I need to do in order to lose my food. To lose the weight that, I've gained on holiday. Gaining weight, losing weight, I just feel like you have to live life in balance. You have to enjoy it. If you want to go on a trip with the girls or with your husband and you're going on your honeymoon, like, who gives an F, if you gain a kilo or 2? But as long as you know how to control or to get back to where you're happy and you feel healthy and you feel great again, as long as you're in control and you feel empowered to make those changes, like that's life-changing. You never have to jump on a detox or a 2-week transformation or a crazy fasting diet. Like, you just know, okay, I just need to track my food. I need to go back into a calorie deficit, and then once you hit your weight, you make your way back to maintenance. So it is now 2 p.m. So I was sitting down for majority of the morning, so I don't really get that hungry when I'm sitting. So I'm about to organize my lunch. I'm going to split it into 2 meals, so it's like a mini meal prep. But what I'll do is I will show you how I bulk prep. So this will just be like a little example of, okay, Lily, how do I weigh my meals when I'm making 5 to 6 meals? Like, how do I kind of balance it out? And there are a few ways, but I'll show you the way that I do, and you can either take it and run with it, or you can use another method which you can find online as well. So one of my favorite go-to meals is can of tuna, which gives me I think 16 grams of protein, tub, so that's really good. I'm going to do some veggies just to get some fiber in there. Super easy. I'll split this portion into 2, and because I love cheese, I'm going to sprinkle some cheese on at the end and melt it in, which would be really nice. And then you can't forget the sauces. So I use the light sweet chili, so it's reduced sugar and reduced calories. And the last one is a little bit of mayo, which is also the light mayonnaise, so it has less calories per serve. So you're going to put an empty bowl on your scales and set it to 0, and then I'm just going to weigh out enough frozen vegetables for 2 meals. So I usually do about 80 to 100 grams per meal. So I'll just keep filling up the bowl until it hits around 160, and that's enough for my 2 meals. Last thing I do is pop the rice and the veggies in the pan together, and then I'll just put this into my Fitness Pal. So I use the barcode scanner, scan the ingredients, and make sure that I split it in half. So for the rice it'll be half of the packet, and for the vegetables it will be 80 grams each. So basically what I'll do is I'll split the whole meal into and make sure that I have 2 portions available. So about 3 minutes later, it's all ready, super easy and quick, and I will have an empty bowl on the scales, and then basically I transfer the whole meal into the bowl, and then I split it by 2. So that's what I'm doing here. So it's 206 grams per serve that I will put into my bowl and into a container for later, and I just weigh it out from scratch in the bowl. So I'll just transfer until I get to 206. All done, I add the potted tuna on top, and then the next thing I will be doing is adding my sauces, so the sweet chili and the mayo. So like I said before, I have the bowl of food on top, and I just weigh out the sauces from 0. That's all done. I can check my macronutrients and total caloric intake so far, and then I just use Tupperware for the leftover food.